Has anyone ever told you that carbs and protein should be eaten separately because they need different environments for digestion? The carb and protein separation fad builds on the idea that protein and carbs require different digestive enzymes and environments. Often it is said that proteins are digested in an acidic environment, whereas carbs need an alkaline environment to be absorbed. If you don't account for these differences, the story goes, both will not be digested or not as efficiently as they could be. A similar idea is that you should eat fruit only on an empty stomach because it causes weight gain and bloating. Here the general explanation is that if you eat fruit with other foods, the fructose in the fruit will ferment your stomach content and lead to weight gain. Now, is there any truth to these claims, and should you really separate your food? The short answer is not if you're a healthy adult. Food combination or food separation, whatever you want to call it, is mostly a fad that builds on false assumptions. Let's first look at what happens when fruit is digested and if it can really make your stomach content ferment. It is true that the fiber in fruit will slow down digestion and make your stomach empty more slowly. This is a good thing because it will make you feel full for longer and can prevent hunger cravings throughout the day. But slower digestion doesn't mean the food sits in your stomach forever. Most fruits are generally digested in under an hour. If you eat a lot and maybe consume some fat and protein along with them, you will slow this process further, but it will not be slow enough to cause fermentation and rotting. These processes would take several days, not hours. But even if for some reason your food stayed in your stomach long enough, you would still not see any of that. Why? Because your stomach is specifically designed to prevent the growth of bacteria. The highly acidic stomach environment will kill most bacteria in food and prevent any bacterial growth necessary for fermentation. But what about carb and protein separation? Do you really need two opposing environments to be digested? Again, it is true that most protein is digested in the acidic environment of your stomach, and most carbs are digested in the alkaline environment of your small intestine. But your stomach will release acetic acid even when you eat carbs alone, because any food you eat will be mixed with stomach acids to aid in the breakdown and, more importantly, to kill bacteria. Once the food acid mix is released into the small intestine, your pancreas will secrete bicarbonate into the small intestine to neutralize the acid. It will also send out the enzymes needed to digest carbs, protein, and fat. Our bodies are used to receive mixed meals and had to develop this skill since many foods are naturally a mix of different macronutrients. Think of beans, which are high in carbs and protein, or nuts, which are high in protein and fats. Your food will generally be digested the same, whether it comes from a mixed or a separated meal. What is influenced, though, is the speed of digestion. Mixed meals high in fiber and fat are generally digested more slowly, whereas simple carbs alone are digested more rapidly. Of course, for longer satiety and less cravings, you want a slower digestion, so mixing your food is actually a good idea. This avoids spikes and crashes in your energy levels and blood sugar. Also keep in mind that often food combining diets are sold as weight loss diets. But if the right food combination actually improves digestion, it will lead to weight gain because your body would be able to take in more nutrients and more energy from food. So the bottom line is that your goal should be to create a meal plan that includes your favorite meals and foods. Don't overcomplicate this by worrying about food combination. There are more efficient ways to improve your digestion, like eating more slowly and mindfully, or eating until you're satisfied instead of stuffed. Doing this and focusing on whole, minimally processed foods will get you a lot further and will also be better for your overall health.